Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, and welcome to another showing of the Midnight Broadcasting Network. As tonight we have our Burst Moonlight Series tackling Bristol in the Smoky Mountain 300. I'm joined here in the booth by Razor. He's a full-time truck guy and a part-time Xfinity or Burst guy. Next season, looking to tackle a full-time schedule in the Burst Moonlight Series. And Razor, this is going to be the series that you're going to be full-time competing in next season. So, what do you think about tonight's race?
Well, I think it's going to be a good one. You know, all these Moonlight drivers are very talented, and I expect to see some good racing.
Yes, that's for sure. I want to give everybody a little bit of an update on the Burst Moonlight point system coming into tonight's race. We have Jay Hyper is leading the points. He's actually tied with Buck, but he is winning the points because he has more playoff points. But we have Jay Hyper in the first position in the point standings, Buck second, and RJ Smitty third, and X Intimidator. They will, right now, if the season would end today, they would be in the championship. We got Bulldog on the outside looking in, and Diesel. Tonight, it looks like we're going to have a hit, though. It looks like Deadpool ain't gonna race tonight, so he might be in a little bit of trouble. Right now, I'm just looking at the first qualifying results. It looks like Diesel has the fastest lap in that first party. Very, very close times, though.
You're pretty close.
Just waiting on the other party. Then we'll get this show on the road. Anyhow, just wanted to give everyone an update. Tomorrow our Cup Series will be at Dover tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern, and Thursday our Run and Imports Truck Series will be at Kentucky. Should be a very good rest of the week. Razor, are you looking forward to race at Kentucky Thursday?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, just not got the fastest setup, but I'm still working on it. I'm hoping to get it fast enough to compete with the truck guys.
I saw you got your first win last week. How did that feel?
Oh, it was great, man. Very hard to hold off WVU and Bags, also NASCAR Extreme. They were definitely giving me a run for my money, but that 87 truck got the work done. And I'm glad to bring a win home for Slade.
Yes, sir. So, any early predictions of who you think is going to win tonight and run away with it?
I think Jay has got a good chance here. Also, Bulldog.
Man, ain't that something? That's the epic rivalry out of the Burst Moonlight Series. Bulldog and Jay Hyper. These two don't like each other on or off the track, and we both know that.
Yeah.
Tonight, I'm going to go with a sleeper. I'm going to go with two picks. I'm going to go with a lock and a sleeper. I think Diesel is going to be my lock, but I think Buck might be able to get the show done tonight. But don't count out NRG. He's coming back. He should have a decent showing tonight. He's getting his feet wet again. He's got to get used to the routine. I don't know if he's going to be able to jump in there in the first 100 laps and be running up front. But I expect him to get that car going by the end of the race. Also, I want to give a shout out to a few of our sponsors. We got Burst Tires. Go buy some karting tires from them. We got the Run and Imports. Go check them out. We got supporters from Pocono Raceway. We have Tanner Berryhill and Travis Braden. Want to say that the Wooden Vineyard restaurant in Charlotte has been being a very good supporter of our league. Very thanks to them. Thanks Jason Keffer. Your family's hell of a family you got there. Also, we're in the works with some other sponsorships and other exciting things. Stick around to hear about that later, maybe. Or maybe leak some stuff out. Also, Speedway Collective, it's a fantasy group. Go check them out. And I just want to say thank you to our community and family and everyone that's a part of Midnight. We are over 200 followers on Twitter, and we have over 250 subs on YouTube. Very great numbers to be at in a short amount of time. So excited for this group and going forward. Still waiting on the second qualifying results. I can get this order on the way. Oh, I think we just got them.
Yep.
Alright, so it looks like our pole sitter is going to be Diesel. Diesel will be our pole sitter with RJ Smitty starting on the outside of him. That don't shock me. That actually is surprising. Man, these second guys, they really they were really quick compared to the other lobby.
Yeah, I mean they're looking pretty fast right now.
Actually, I'm wrong. Pat's ace will start second. I don't know who's after the 45, but I believe it is the 89 Spanker, I believe. Never mind, I'm wrong. It's gonna be K-Taddy putting up a good lap. Man, that's awesome to see these guys. Bulldog will be starting outside of there. Also, seeing some really good lap times here. Spanker putting up a decent lap. I think Bucks gotta be there. Alright, we're getting close to the final starting order. Sorry about the wait, guys. Just bear with me here. Alright, I got the final starting order. It is going to be the starting on the pole. We got the 22 of Diesel Pals, aka known as Corey Rothgev, drafted by Team Penske, representing that Lion Austin Cindric Ford Mustang. And second, we got the number 9 of Pat's Ace 1, a runner-up in a pro league, top 50 guy, considered top 20 in the game easily. Starting third, a surprising RJ Smitty, fast car. Remember representing that Lilly Diabetes Ryan Reed Ford Mustang. Starting fourth, we got Jay Hyper in the 23 machine. He looks to take that Spencer Gallagher Chevy to the front. Starting fifth, we got NRG. Number 45, Toyota. Starting sixth, we got the number 60 K Taddy. Very good qualifying effort out of the 60 camp. Starting seventh, we got the 00 of Bulldog. I don't know if he's going to be happy knowing he's that far back, but we'll see what he can do in that cool custom mobile. Starting eighth, we got the 89 of Spanker, making his return after he took a bye week last week. Starting ninth, we got the 61 of Buck, and starting 10th, we got the 20 of X Intimidator. Starting 11th, we got the 36 of Republican. Starting 12th, we got the 88 of From the Back. And then round out your field, making his midnight return, we got the 18 of RKM. To be honest, I'm looking at these times, and from first to last, they're only 2/10 apart.
Yeah, everybody in this field is fast tonight.
So it's not like, I mean, heck, from like fourth to like ninth, they're like within thousands of each other. So like, I think we're in for a good race tonight. I think there is a few people disappointed when they're qualifying. I think Buck and Bulldog qualified worse than what they probably thought. I think RJ Smitty really put on expectations. We should be fixing to get invites here pretty soon. But we got the 100%er at Bristol night, virtual Bristol. Hopefully tonight might be a long race because Bristol tends to get boring in a way, but hopefully it turns into what I think battle in every lap, side by side, one on the bottom, one on the top. Just hopefully it's exciting.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be great racing tonight. I know back in the old developmental season, before we started it, that Bristol race was pretty, close together.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty pumped to see some of my team shattered up around there. I mean, I'm pretty excited for them. I have my Team Penske guys. Got Diesel on the pole. We got RJ Smitty in third. I got K Taddy in sixth. I got Buck in the back. I think we might get a Team Penske might pick up a win tonight, so let's get it. Just waiting on these invites. Pats might be.
Yeah, Pats, I forgot he was racing this.
Pats is a Bristol god, but there's a lot of competition in here, so anything can happen. Pretty excited for this squad, though. But anyhow, looks like we're going to be taking a green flag here within the next 3 to 4 minutes. Thank you for sticking around, guys. It means a lot. If you're interested in joining Midnight, let me know. Let Slade know. Let Razor know. Let Bags know. Let your neighbor know. Whatever you got to do. Come to Midnight. Please express the word. Tell your father, your mother, your sister, your dog, your cat, your carrots, whatever, you name it. You're welcome here. We're gonna
make sure you name that snake. You tell that snake as well.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure the snake things.
Yeah. I just want to make sure we're gonna be cleaning the house here with some of our drivers here within the next couple weeks. So we're going to be accepting some applications to come into Midnight. I'm going to be doing some evaluating tonight and here in the Xfinity series to see who belongs in Xfinity. I'm going to be doing some grades here later on. You might be able to see on Twitter later or something about some grades. Tomorrow, though, I think anyone could win it, Dover, out of the Cup guys, because it's a pretty good track. Pretty good racy track. I like Dover. And I just got an invite. Alright. Here, the last Coliseum. Pumped, man. Food City 300. We're going to get the full effect here. The 25th anniversary. Actually, I'm wrong. The Smokey Mountain 300, the 25th anniversary. We got that big, exciting jumbotron in the middle of this track that's held up by a bunch of wires that I really still wouldn't trust, but it's alright.
300 laps is gonna be brutal here.
Oh, this is a tough track. Especially, I feel bad for Intimidator. He just got surgery and he's steering with one arm.
Ooh.
Alright, here we go. We're gonna be forming our... They have 2 pace laps. Where's our pole sitter? Diesel, there he is. Alright, here we go. We're going to be going another time around just to make sure everyone gets in line. We got the 22 of Diesel, the only guy drafted in this whole Pro League, or in this whole race. We got Pat's Ace. That was a really good runner-up in the Pro League that probably has some free agency calls coming his way, as we are looking to have the Burris Tire Moonlight Series green flag out of the turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. Diesel will come into turn 1 with the lead. Pat's Ace going to come around that outside. Might be able to get those on him. And he gets in the wall. Saves it. Oh, he's really on his outside now. And I think the 9's going to get the run out of the turn and take the lead from Diesel. As I've got a new leader is Jay Hyper trying to follow the momentum. Jay Hyper's even going to capitalize the spot. Oh no. Diesel's in a little bit of a gamble right now. Stuck on that inside. Yes. Stuck on that inside. It looks like the outside's going to be the preferred line tonight. As it looks like NRG's struggling getting around Diesel.
He's going to be able to clear him here.
Jay Hyper and Pat's Ace have checked out as we got a battle for third between NRG and Diesel. Oh, as we got a big wreck. RJ Smitty collecting half of the... Wow. Oh, that sucks. No caution, but RJ Smitty just got into Taddy. I don't know who got the worst end of that. 36 the Republican really got something bad out of it. As we still got the 22 and the 45 battling. As Bulldog is just easing up on them. But here we go. We got some exciting racing here going on between the 45 and the 22 with a double zero. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna push it 3 wide? Oh, he's bumping the 22. Oh, so he's gonna put that 45 around, and the 45 is finally gonna clear him. But the double zero is even gonna try to make a move on the 22. Man, this is a really bad start for the 22. He'll get it going though. He'll get it. As soon as this long run starts hitting, Diesel will finally capitalize, coming back up to the front. Lost some momentum starting on the inside. It looks like you're really going to want to start on that outside.
Yeah, that outside looks like the way to go here.
As Pat's really declaring his reasoning of not being drafted right now, as he's taking these guys to the woodshed these early laps. Jay Hyper though, really holding in there strong, as you predicted, as he would be a force to be reckoned with tonight. I believe Pat's ace has finally found his groove of taking a little bit of a break from the game, and he just started coming back and racing with us about a couple weeks ago. But it really looks like he's starting to come into the grind of things. He qualified second on the front row. I don't know, man. I'd say right now the 2 best cars early on here are definitely that 23 and the 9.
Hey, where'd my thing go?
I believe the 9 is going to want to ride along board and see what kind of line he's running. Looks like he's entering about, no, he's running about the middle to low. He ain't even running the high line. Alright, we're going to come back here and ride along with our money line Ford EcoBoost cam. See what old Diesel can do, as it looks like he... Oh, as I forgot, Bulldog's in 3rd place now.
Yeah, he just passed the 22 and 45.
Looks like a Bulldog might even have a decent car. So, I don't know. We might be in for a good race tonight. I'm going to come back here through the field.
Drive it a little bit deeper than the double zero can.
Bulldog needs to have a good night tonight to catch back up in points.
The 22 makes a good pass on the bottom on the 45.
Ooh. As the 22 starting to come along. Maybe he just has a car that comes in after a few laps. The 22 looks really, really strong. Starting to work at inside groove better than I think anyone on the racetrack right now. Gonna come back here and watch the 89 Spanker and see what he's doing. Looks like he's having a rough race here at the beginning, but still a long way to go. Here is our tied for the points lead, the 61 of Buck. Looks like Bristol is not one of his favorite tracks. But we're gonna come back up. Oh, is it? Looks like Hyper might be starting to catch the 9 a little bit. What was we got? Lap traffic. Hopefully he gets out of the way of the.
9's in tight, really.
Yeah, I think the 23 is starting to close that gap. But I won't lie though, the 23 and the 9 left everyone else.
Yeah, that was that's pretty quick for him to just pull ahead like that.
Yep. I don't know.
23 loses a little bit of ground here.
I don't know
I think
what
he's maintaining that gap.
I don't know what to expect. I think So I think it's gonna come down to strategy. I don't think there's gonna be many cautions in this race. Just based on like the way they spread out with each other, it looks like it's gonna be a pretty good spread out race. So as we do got 4 cars back here battling, and I think Exterminator, that's him peeking there for battle for 3rd, and he qualified back in the back.
He's been making some moves. Where'd he come from?
I know, I'm impressed. I think he started like 9th or 10th or something. And he's running with 1 arm right now. He just got surgery last week.
And he's showing that he can drive with surgery.
Maybe he should run with 1 arm more often. Man, that's impressive. I know he didn't have a fast car in qualifying, I don't think. I'm actually gonna look to see where he qualified because I'm kind of like anxious now. He qualified 10th. Yeah, that just shows you how close the times were in qualifying though. Was the 22s really?
22s just chipping away at this 00.
Yeah, 22s really starting to come alive. This 22's fast. Oh, Bulldog just has that outside advantage. 22 though is gonna drive it in harder. Keep it on his outside. There he goes on the inside.
Ooh. He's gonna get him here pretty soon.
Am I getting a little bit of trouble here? The 45 might help someone out here with a little bit of a push. But we got Pat's ace. Can't forget though, he's up here winning this race. He has it in command. Jay Hyper's in 2nd though, so don't count out that. Oh, looks like the 9's falling away from Hyper. Got around that lap traffic.
We're probably around 20 laps in already, and these guys are still battling hard. I mean, it's 00, 22, 45, and 20.
Yeah, this is definitely where most of the action's at here, just for the battle for 3rd. Bulldog looks like he's struggling, but Diesel just don't have the preferred line right now, and I'll tell you, Diesel's holding his horse on that inside right now. And I think he's gonna get the run on him that he needed out of that corner, and he's finally gonna get the edge. Oh, he's door to door with him. Bulldog's not gonna be able to do it, and that shows you just how strong of a car Diesel has, being able to keep it to his door on the corners or on the straights. Diesel's really getting that pull through. Like, if Diesel could get on that outside, he would be really fast, knowing how his inside speed is.
Yeah, I believe it's at 45. Oh.
I think the 45 has a quick car too, but just stuck in a roadblock, and you're not really just gonna force the issue this early in the race. But honestly, they better start forcing the issue, because they're losing a lot of time, the Pats and the 23, and if they lose too much time, they can find themselves a lap down. So, and to be honest, I don't even see the leaders from the front of their cars. I see Hyper, I don't see Pats.
Oh, as we got the 60K Caddy coming off the pit road.
Oh, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. Holy cow. Man, that could have been bad.
Ooh. It's a little close there, Teddy.
Well, FL's coming off pit road. That means they're gonna have everyone's.
20 looks like past the 22. I think. Yep, the 20 has passed the 22.
Everyone's pitting because once someone pits, man, they're losing all that time on the track. Everyone's in pit road now. But honestly, why don't you go? Like, Pats is losing a lot of time to these guys pitting now because fresh tires here mean a lot. It's
45 got a little loose coming up pit road. That 9 car is checking out right now, though.
He better dive her down pit road because he's losing some time to these guys that just pitted. Pat's ace putting on a clinic very early. Has led every single lap. I think we got a very good race here in the more mix of things. But as we know, the Diesel actually had the fastest car, put up the fastest lap, but he's kind of struggling at the moment. He's in 4th place. But it looks like he does have the car, though, that can handle the bottom better than anyone I've seen. So we'll see how he tends to do some adjustments. And the Exterminator just hit the wall. Diesel's trying to make a run on him. These other guys, they must have pitted real early, man.
Yeah, I think they're just, it's mainly just adjustments right now. I think some people's cars are too loose and can't handle or especially, you know, looseness off the corners really hurting people.
Old Buck here, back here on these fresh tires. Oh, he gets real loose, about spins it.
Oh, the 00 must have hit the wall. 22 and 20 fly right past him.
Oh, 00. These guys are losing so much time on the racetrack. I don't know.
Never really get to see what these 22s made of.
I'm honestly kind of shocked right now because nobody else is pitted yet, I don't think. I know Pat's is not pitted. I wonder if Bulldog has his stream up.
Oh, 8961 made a little contact, just a little bit. As they're able to keep it off the wall. Ooh, from the back, almost put it 3 wide there.
Oh man, Pats don't like the look of this.
All the lap cars in front of him. Well, lead lap cars, I believe.
As we got the 9 of Pat's ace trying to put these guys a lap down. The 88 from the back. Oh! Oh! Uh-oh.
Did the 00 just lag out?
A 00, I believe, just lagged out. Uh-oh. That ain't good. I think the 45 might have too. Oh, that is not good. Oh no.
Man, it hurts.
That is gonna sting. I think 2 people have lagged out. Oh no. As I just got a message. Oh, Dylan wants to join the booth. I'm gonna invite him. So sorry guys about the blue screen here for 1 minute. I really feel bad for Bulldog because that really hurts him.
Needed this.
That's gonna hurt his points.
It's probably gonna make him drop a couple positions there.
Wow. Luckily though, he'll be able to get last place points, stick in the show a little bit. But as of right now, Pat's Ace 1 still winning, but it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, oh yeah, I'm mistaken. I thought the 23 was 16 for a second. But the 9 is still our leader. But I can't believe that just happened. Man, Bulldog, he's gonna have to hope that Hyper don't win this race. So he's rooting for Pats right now. That really gonna hurt Bulldog for the points championship.
Yeah, it was pretty wild that the 2 of us both lost connection like within a few seconds of each other. That was pretty weird.
Oh, as it looks like Pat's had trouble getting on pit road right there. Oh. So I believe our new leader now is Jay Hyper.
Oh.
But if you...
I think I just lost connection to the server as well. Huh.
Go to
You should be
Jay
able to
Hyper.
join.
Jay Hyper's oh yeah, you could probably join it off AJ. Just click on his name and hit join session.
That's right.
We had some really good racing going too. That was fixing to be really fun there once we were cycling through pit stops. I think a couple guys chose to took 2 tires. We were going in there, but I took 4, came out last, but I was 9th, working on 8th and 7th when I got disconnected.
To be honest though, it looked like Pat's in the 23 just took off.
Well, Bristol is one of them tracks, man. You just, I mean, the place you want to be is out front and let everyone behind you battle it out. Track position is crucial here, more so than most tracks on this game. And that outside line, I mean, it's different in a lot of ways. You want to start on that outside line rather than the inside line. Outside line just gets such a runoff too.
Thought Buck was gonna slide up into our leader there for a minute. Right now, Bulldog is rooting for anyone but Jay Hyper and Buck right now. That's who he's rooting for at the moment.
Jay Hyper had a really good car. Pat's obviously is always good at Bristol, no matter what series it is.
To be honest, though, I don't think Pat's or Hyper will be in the lead after they all cycle out pit stops, just because of who pitted early and gained that much time and everything. I think it's gonna be someone else. I don't know if anyone's streaming, so I can't find out.
Bulldog, I think, is streaming, or well, it don't matter now. He disconnected. Don't Pats usually stream?
No, he just records his races.
I think I'm having server issues. All the cars are stopped for me.
You gotta rejoin. I believe J Hyper is not pitted yet.
Yeah, Pat's is not streaming.
Yeah, I think I'm having server issues. That's unfortunate.
Man, I really feel bad for Bulldog though, because that's gonna put a toll on his points for the championship coming up, and he needs to really pray that J Hyper does not get any more stage points, really, or stage wins.
Yeah, I just rejoined and everybody's still stopped for me. They're all on pit road.
Huh. Back out and try it again?
Currently connecting again.
As of right now, Pat's ace, I think, is right in front of Diesel. I think that's 4th position, so I think Taddy's gonna end up being the leader out of everyone right after all this cycles out. I believe so. Don't question
Well, we
me.
should be coming up to the end of this stage. There was only like less than 20 to go, and I got disconnected, so we should get real close.
Unless X Intimidator hasn't pitted yet, but I think Hyper's the only one who hasn't pitted yet. You had to make a pit stop in stage 1, didn't you?
Absolutely. The projected fuel was like 66. You could probably stretch that out close to the end of the stage, but I believe the stage was like 80. It was 80 some laps in the first stage, and everyone was pitting. It was 85 laps was the first stage, and most guys were pitting together. They were trying to split the stage in half, pit about the halfway mark for the stage. Trying to see if any of these guys have a stream.
Because it looks like Diesel is really struggling right now. I don't know what is going on with him, but uh-oh.
I believe that's the end of the stage.
I believe J Hyper just won the stage. I believe so. I'd like to know who won that stage.
Well, we should find out. There's not going to be too many of them guys that were left on the lead lap. I think I'd be surprised if there's more than 3 guys on the lead lap at the end of this race, unless we start having some cautions.
Yeah.
If my guess, I think. I don't know if Hyper won the stage. I think X Intimidator did.
22 Diesel won the stage.
Diesel won it.
Me and him were battling side by side for about 20 laps in a row.
Wow. Some of these guys are
back.
J Hyper probably took the wave around. He has lap back.
Yep, I'm seeing the leaderboard here. Only 3 of them guys were on the lead lap at the end of the stage.
Republican wreck. Oh, Spanker's gonna wreck. Oh, Spanker into the wall.
Big wreck.
That's gonna cause a caution. Now. Oh, yep. Caution's out. Man.
I'm unfortunately probably gonna have to leave you guys here in the booth because my servers are not wanting to cooperate here. I've rejoined 3 times and they're still all on pit road.
Alrighty, man. Well, we appreciate you always volunteering to come up here anyway.
Yeah, it sucks. This is gonna be a good race, but you know, good luck everybody tonight, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Cup race.
Alrighty.
Alright. Keep doing what you're doing in the booth, boys. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow as well.
Alright, take it easy, Razor. Thank you.
Later on.
We're gonna try this again.
Here we go. Diesel, Pat's ace. Green flag is in the air. Jay Hyper in third. Here we go. RJ Smitty in fourth. Who will get the edge? Here we go. The top three cars probably in the race are top three right now on speed. Jay Hyper really can put a statement if he wins tonight's race into the points championship. I think honestly he might win the championship before the championship even starts. So
Do you mind if he joins in? I'll send him an invite.
Bulldog?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Alright. Oh crap, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, I got him. He's gonna be all mad. Alright, we're gonna get our top 5 in the points guy, Bulldog, up here in the booth with us. He's gonna be really upset. He blew a tire there on about lap 30, and unfortunately didn't meet the window. Bulldog, man, sucks, man. You're gonna be really hurting for points after today.
Yeah, it'll be okay though.
Oh, caution! Caution is out on the track. I mean, you're gonna get either, I don't know who lagged out first between you and Dylan, but you're either gonna get 12th or 13th place points.
Yeah, it was like simultaneously. We both lagged out like at the exact same time.
I was slowing down trying to save fuel. I actually had enough fuel there to make it to the end of that stage. I wouldn't have had to pit.
Like I say, I kind of zoomed on right by you, run down there at the bottom, and as soon as I got by you, I lagged out, and then.
Yeah, I think it was something with Spinker because he lagged a little bit on my screen. He was lagging when he came up behind me, and then after he passed me, you caught me, and I just lagged out.
All right,
yeah.
Here we go. 1, 2, Pat's Ace and Diesel. 3 and 4, RJ Smitty and Jay Hyper diving out in here into turn 1. Bulldog, you better pray that old Hyper don't win this race, because this could really put a dandy on you guys in the points. Because
it really helped. You had Diesel and Pat's finish ahead of him here, but I mean Jay's got a good car.
Jay, I think if Jay wins this, he has potential of maybe, because right now he is entering a Homestead with the most points, so this can really hurt people.
Ooh, Pat's and Diesel get into it there. Diesel recovers.
Your best bet probably be Pat's winning this race, to be honest. And you need basically Jay Hyper and Diesels wreck each other. That's your best bet. Not saying that's gonna happen, but
You said you had 3 of your better tracks coming up after tonight, didn't you? Bulldog. Alrighty.
I don't know what the heck he's doing, but anyhow, looks like pretty much the same as we saw in the first stage. Pat's Ace 1 and Jay Hyper 1, 2, and Diesel 3rd.
Man, I was having a lot of fun there too. That's disappointing.
I'm pretty excited for tomorrow's Dover race. I'm gonna have a pretty fast car, so Dover's one of my favorite tracks in the game.
I believe back when we were still with the other guys, didn't you win a Dover race over there?
Yes, I did. I qualified pole in the I think I'm gonna have a pretty quick car tomorrow. I think I might honestly qualify in the top. I usually qualify top 5, but I don't race well. I haven't raced well in the past couple of weeks, so I really need redemption.
I was just getting ready to say I'll be pulling for you, man. If we don't have, I mean, I assume we'll have a full field, but if we end up being like 1 or 2 short, I'll probably try to race as long as everyone else is all right with that. But if not, depending on what we got for commentators, I might just try to help out there. We'll see. Either way, I'll either be watching racing, commentating, one of the 3. But I'll be pulling for you, man. You really need a good finish.
Yes, I do, man. It's getting on my nerves because I really haven't had the best luck. Honestly, the last couple of tracks we went through are tracks that don't suit me, so.
Yeah, I know you were fighting loose when we were practicing for Charlotte last week, and I don't think you ever really got the car ever dialed in the way you wanted it to, and I know you had a really rough week last week there.
Yep, and then my worst track in the game the week before, Old Darlington. I hate that track with a burning passion. But honestly, I think our race trim tomorrow, we're going to be a tough car to beat, so.
What's that?
I think tomorrow in race trim, I think that 2 discount tire car is going to be up front. That's one track that suits me really well, is Dover. Always did.
It's also a track, it's like this track, it's like Bristol. It's Dover is basically Bristol's dad. Shape same, pretty fast for its size, and
I think
it's a hard track to get around too.
I think it's gonna be a racy race tomorrow night. I think.
I hope so.
I think we might have some action, but I could use a win in the points because to get myself back in that top 8, it's gonna feel amazing. That's what I need.
Yeah, I was just looking at our schedules the other night. I was on here with a bunch of guys real late, and they were asking me what tracks were coming up for all the series, and I'm sitting here looking at it, I'm like, wow, like, it seems like it was just yesterday that, we started midnight, and here we are, like, over halfway through the season in all of our series, and it's pretty wild.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we're pretty deep in the season, yeah.
So, I mean, it seemed like we were just doing our Speed Weeks races at Daytona yesterday. That was a fun few weeks there. A lot has changed since then, as far as our rosters go, as far as, new people in the community.
Yeah, there's been a lot of changes over quite a few different series. Not a lot of changes to the Cup roster, but a whole lot of changes to the Xfinity and trucks.
Well, the Cup roster has grown. I mean, we've lost quite a few guys after about 5-6 races, but then we also picked up a bunch of guys, a lot of guys that got drafted by the Pro League, and the really star-studded field over there on the Cup side.
If you ask me, I think Midnight has the deepest Cup roster out of any.
Oh, I agree, 100%. There's a lot of talent, and to win a race, I mean, not in just our Cup series, but I mean, some of our Cup guys, they're in this race here. They race in our Truck series sometimes, and so just to be in an Xfinity race or a truck race and to beat one of them Cup guys, I mean, it definitely would boost the self-esteem.
Yeah, and definitely even to win one of these races. It's a big deal. I know I was pretty excited after the Auto Club race that I won. Getting up there and I beat Bat. It was a little bit, but I think it was the same week as the draft, and got up there and beat Slade and Bags. That was really cool for me. Just to know that I could.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of guys in here that they all have potential. A lot of them, this race here, it's I mean, I went in tonight. As soon as I seen Pat's post his numbered roll call, I said, well, that'll probably be the guy to chase tonight.
And it's proven true.
Pat's
I'll tell you what, Diesel had a real fast car right there. I was kind of holding him up on that outside.
Me, you, and him were battling for third place there for a while. That was fun.
That was great. It was really great. He couldn't hardly get around me. I was building around on the outside pretty decent. See, he's kind of tracking down Hyper right now. And Hyper's fading from Pat's.
Yeah, I'm sitting here following Pat's right now, and just like stage one, man. I mean, Pat's is really good at this track. I don't know how many times I've already said that, but
he's really good. But, a lot of these green flag runs like this, and what it's really going to come down to, and it's a shame that, pretty much all these green flag races, it has to come down to that, but more than likely it is going to be a fuel mileage race in that last stage.
absolutely. I got a question for you, AJ. I mean, you've been doing this race and stuff, and we've been doing midnight for a while now. It's like, you look at our short track races and the tracks that you would, like ISM, like just oddball tracks, that we have less cautions at these tracks that you would think we would have more cautions at. Why do you think that?
You get spread out a lot quicker. Just not a draft track. Like tomorrow night at Dover, you're really gonna see a lot of people bumper to bumper. Just because you can get draft there. Anywhere you can get draft, you can normally. That's when you see most of your wrecks, because cars that can't really keep up with each other, that shouldn't be up there. I mean, I shouldn't put it that way, but it's the truth.
A lot of guys can't pack race. I think that's they get nervous when they're in a pack rather than when we're spread out like this. I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, a lot of guys, there's some guys that are really bad at it. I'm not gonna call anybody out. And there's some guys that, really excel at it, that are really good and, handling that draft and being able to work the draft better.
Well, them guys that are on a wheel, man, they obviously they are able to hold the car a lot more steady than can't hold a line. But it's a lot easier to do with a wheel if you know how to build a setup and you're on a wheel and you build it around that wheel, man. Like you definitely can hold a line.
I've ran some races, I'm pretty decent at the short tracks on a controller, but I can't even.
I'm tickled pink for tomorrow night's race, man. Like these next freaking tracks, man. They're tracks that suit me well, and I just want a chance to go into these last few weeks with a chance to go out in the top 8, so I have a chance at the title. Because I think I honestly might have a shot at the title, probably not, but I think I have a shot to even get. If I have a shot to get there, it'll be an honor.
Now, AJ, is the schedule for this series that is posted in the Discord, is that still the same schedule?
Yes. Nothing's changed.
So we have Indy, Kentucky, and Dega coming up?
Yep.
Indy, Kentucky, and Dega.
You stepped away from the mic for a minute, Bulldog, but I was asking you, I thought I heard you say last week or over the weekend or something that, after this week. Oh, did he? I'm pretty sure you had mentioned that the next 3 tracks are right in your wheelhouse. I mean, obviously, Dega, that can be anyone's race, but
yeah, I've won a lot of league races at all 4 of those tracks, really. I've only ever lost 2 races here, Bristol in leagues, and Indy I'm real strong, and Kentucky my home track. I worked hard on it, got good at it, and it's a really fun track to drive, and I'm really strong there.
I'm excited for Mid-Ohio.
That makes one of us.
Also, wanted to say, Bulldog, knowing that you have the possibility of being in the Cup roster next year, how does that play toll on you, how you race in today's races?
I know I calmed it down. I've been calming it down quite a bit, and I know when these Cup guys hop in here, I got to race them clean. I got to show them I can race with them. at the same time. I got to show I'm racing around. And I think I've showed that the last couple of weeks, running side by side there with Diesel for as many laps as we did, and Dylan here, and the Kansas truck race, running side by side with Bags for so many laps around that high line. So I mean, you want to race them aggressively, but don't race. I've said this once, and I've said it many times. There's a difference between racing aggressively stupid and aggressively smart.
That's true. There's definitely a lot of ways that you can go about it. I'd like to consider myself on the track, I try to play it cool. I'd like to consider myself pretty conservative on the track. I understand that, I ain't gonna win the race on the first lap. This is one of them tracks that, like Bristol, I wanted to be a little more aggressive because I know how important track position is here.
Yeah, you pretty much gotta be out there, pretty quick.
I'm sitting here watching the race right now, and Jay Hyper and Diesel are both kind of catching Pats a little bit. Diesel still hasn't gotten around Jay Hyper, but I think Diesel's kind of just taking it easy. The 20 cars on pit road, that's an intimidator.
Well, racing around Pats and knowing Pats, I think he's probably trying to back off and save those tires, because we saw him do the same thing in the first stage. He kind of backed off, and you see now he's starting to pull away again. He looks like he just has a lot more corner speed than Jay and Diesel right now, but Jay stuck her in the wall right there. His Diesel will now look to the inside. That's a real hard place to pass, especially on this track. But looks like he's going to have to run. But really, all comes down to Jay seeing how aggressive he's going to be on that outside. And, if you find the right groove right there, you can just punch her for center off and have a ginormous run coming off the corner. You see him do it like there.
I'm not sure if you were having the same issues I was, but there was only, obviously there's only about 3 places off the turn that you can exit. But
yeah,
if I had tried to exit in the middle of the turn, I would get pretty loose. I'd get a little loose if I was on the outside, but it was only every once in a while. If you exited low, it was, as Pats is doing here, he's exiting the turns low, and it's stable. If you got room to drift up and move her back down, and
right at the apex of the corner, I was really hitting the apex wheel trying to keep Diesel off, and I was just flooring it at the center of the corner.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't lift again until about a quarter way through the next corner, but it was definitely, you can get it. It's just, there's certain places, and it's a really precise track. It's one thing I love about it so much, and it creates a lot of hard racing.
Yeah.
A lot of guys you heard. In the party I was in, you heard a lot of guys in the party complaining. You heard Will and Buck and everybody complain about how hard it was to pass. Well, that's what makes good racing. Just to kind of quote Tony Stewart on this, if we wanted to see passing, we'd go out here on 265 and just pass each other all day.
Yeah, that's, when the 3 of us were sitting there battling, man, I didn't care that it wasn't for first place. I'd have rather it had been that way, and Pats was probably love seeing that behind him, but at the same time, it was that to me is fun racing. I don't care what position it's for. When you can battle for lap after lap with 1 or 2 guys, and nobody wrecks each other. That's what I like playing this game for. Is just good battling.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of tracks where you can have good battles, and like we was talking about, kind of like Dover. It's a draft track. You're not going to see that. You're going to see guys try to make the move and really just shove guys and get guys out of the group. It's all about who can hold the line better and who's got the track position to do it.
And it just kind of reminded me of one time, me and AJ, we were at Richmond, and we literally raced side by side at Richmond for I don't know how many laps, but it seemed like forever.
Is now that 22 with a little bit of lap traffic help from the 18 right there, the 22 looks to be catching the 9 currently, and looks like they're both driving away for the 23.
You think Pats is just gonna step back on it as soon as these guys get to his bumper?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think he has the speed. I think Diesel probably has the speed to get him now that he's up there and got clean airs. You see now Jay really struggling. He's hit the wall right there on the front stretch the last 2 laps. I don't know if that's old tires or just trying to overdrive to keep up there.
I believe it's old tires. He was saying in the first stage before I lagged out that he was starting to get really, really tight on the long run.
And that's one thing that well, really big shout out to Fluffy. Helped me with my setup this week, and usually a lot of these races I come into and I have this great 10-lap heater.
Oh, Pat's in the wall.
Fast.
Diesel's looking underneath Pat's.
It's faster than anything for the first 10 laps, and man, I would go 20, 30 laps into the run, I'd be still hitting flats. So
I heard AJ saying at the beginning of the broadcast how he seemed like shot. All of our qualifying times were pretty dang close, and Diesel's looking for the lead here.
Come on, Pats. But I mean, where they have kind of sort of the same speed right now, you're going to see Jay maybe get back up there into that mix, even though he is kind of struggling right now. Our Pats might be just smart and let him by. As Pats gets back into the wall again, and Jay now look on the outside of Pats.
We have our new leader, Diesel.
Oh, wow. I don't know if either one of y'all just caught that one.
I think Pat's got a little loose off the turn there. I don't think he was trying to throw a block.
Nah, usually Pat's is pretty clean.
Yeah, Pat's is one of the most cleanest drivers I've ever raced with. Who's in the 61? Is that Buck?
Yes,
that
sir.
That would be Buck. He's complaining real bad about a real loose race car and a real tight race car all at the same time. I was talking to him in the party earlier.
Oh, we have a caution.
Unless that caution or stage?
I can't imagine that's the end of the stage. Maybe it is.
I don't think anybody's pitted.
Screaming, man.
I don't think anybody pitted.
I don't think so either.
It's awful disappointing to see that 0-0 down there.
Yeah, it hurts my feelings. At least we're side by side. We're right in front of one another.
Yeah, that'll make me feel so alone.
Well, that was the stage. Diesel with another win.
I know FL was saying in our party chat after qualifying that when he seen that Diesel got the pole, that he's like, well, that's going to be another playoff point for him.
Well, what happened kind of in our qualifying session, I was got a lot of those guys back there to the back, because there's 3 wide now with Will and Buck and somebody else. Looks like there's 16 maybe.
That's his Hyper's opportunity.
Some guys touched that wall right there, and they kind of got together and was trying to run over the top of each other in qualifying. It don't help here. It hurts quite a bit. So.
This is Jay Hyper's opportunity to get around Diesel and get away from Pat's.
Yeah, Diesel is in a beautiful situation. If Pat's tries to make a move on Jay and they start battling for second, Diesel will just pull away.
You see Pat's now giving the 23 Jay Hyper the boot through the corner, and then gets back into him down this back stretch. I think Jay came down a little bit on him there. Ain't real for sure on that one. Is the 89 of Spanker will now go inside.
Spanker!
Wow. Nice save by Pats.
Where did Spanker come from?
I'm not sure. I was just getting ready to ask, who's that golden black car? And sure enough, there he is.
He's on the lead lap too.
I think he had one of those Bulldog restarts.
No, he didn't take it 3 wide going into turn 1.
Wouldn't this be a story if Spanker won?
Well,
I'm
Spanker,
sure.
when we had our midnight draft, he was my third pick actually. Um, I know that he's good. He's had lag issues in the past. I know Bulldog said he's seen him lagging. I personally didn't see him lagging when I was in the race, but I do know that he has had issues in the past. So we'll see if hopefully that's not an issue for anybody else the rest of this race. And Will's back there in 6th place.
Well, what really sucks is, when I got off here, I started looking at my friends list, and my friends list wouldn't pop up. So I don't actually think it was a thing with the game servers itself. I think it was just PlayStation.
Oh, Hyper just.
Oh,
Will's in 10th. He's like 5 laps down.
oh, okay, never mind.
Well, you hate to see that.
That is frustrating, man. Like, I mean, but that's what this track does. I mean, I think our cup race here, what we have, only like 12 guys in that race.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know what it is about Bristol, man, but if you don't have a lot of cars, you're not gonna see a lot of cars on the lead lap at the end of this. It lets them fast guys pull away in a hurry.
Man, that 89
Oh, yeah.
is the 22's best friend right now.
He's a man on the mission. Is Jay Hyper struggling now in the back of the pack? Kind of almost, no offense, Smoke, but he's kind of doing what Smoke does. Gets back there in the pack and starts making mistakes.
Hell, everyone knows, Smoke's one of them guys. He does not, if he's not in the front, he doesn't like it. He will do whatever it takes to get back up there.
I know. I can tell Pat's getting impatient.
Yeah.
So he just made a beautiful move on that 89. It looks like he's going to start tracking down Diesel.
Yeah, when you've led the most laps of this race, and you're sitting there behind somebody that you have not seen the whole race, yeah, you're probably going to get a little impatient. Then again, Pats hasn't really seen a whole lot of people.
Let's just take a minute and realize K Taddy's on the lead lap there in 4th.
That's good for him. He got his league is actually running right now as well. They're not broadcasting, but he runs over Giggity, and I know they're doing some racing tonight.
Well, there was a little fun fact for me and Republican both going into this race. Me and him had just ran a 50% Martinsville race.
I seen that, and you were the only one on the lead lap.
Yeah, actually, I had everybody 4 laps down until I came in and had a pit stop. I didn't know if I had enough fuel or whatever, so I just came in down.
AJ, you gonna be on for a while tonight, man?
Oh yeah.
I was thinking after this race, we'll get some racing going for the entire community at some point here tonight.
We all should really have a good race, I think, tomorrow at Dover. It's definitely going to be interesting to see.
That's somewhere where I want to practice tonight. I want to practice in Cup Dover.
I'll always run with you, man. Who knows, I might try to qualify in tomorrow. We'll see.
I've always been somewhat of a fan. I never did really like it on the older games or really in real life, but once the heat game started making Dover, I sort of kind of fell in love with it.
Dover's a fun track, man. It's dangerous on exit of the turns. Man, it's so easy to smack that outside wall.
I mean, honestly, tomorrow I think that's where the most your pass is going to be seen, is who can keep it lower coming out of the corner and get underneath them.
The one thing I don't like about it, though, is like when you do accidentally smack that wall, it's not one of them walls that you can just keep it in. Like, it throws you back down the track.
Yeah, it's where the whole track's banked. You're just, somebody gets in that wall in the lead, or, up there in the front, it's going to be a big wreck.
And we got Kentucky for the Truck Series Thursday night, and we also have in our beginner series this Friday, I think, is Kentucky Xfinity.
Yeah, this definitely really sucks. This is going to be the only race I was eligible to run this week.
if there is anyone watching that is a part of Midnight that would like to be a part of Midnight, you can always get a hold of anyone that's in it. You can always get a hold of AJ or myself, NRG, and we can get you into our Friday night series. And you know, within no time, you know, with enough talent, you can be racing here on Monday nights and eventually maybe on Tuesday nights for our Cup Series.
And don't let him lie to you. I'm an Xfinity and I have no talent. So.
That's true. I don't know how you ever got moved up.
I mean, I never had to race a developmental race either, so. And wasn't a part of the draft.
That's another 25 points just for saying that. I'm never going to let you live that down.
It also sucks. This is going to be the only race I was going to be able to run this week, so. Man, look at Spanker right here in that Morgan Shepherd machine. Hunting down these two Cup guys.
He's got to be feeling pretty good about himself.
Yeah.
Where is Jay Hyper at right now?
He's sitting back there in 5th. He's made his way back up to the pack. I don't think he's put much time at all on the leaders, if any. But I think he was definitely lucky right there not to lose a huge amount of time. You know, I know he lost, I would say, around 5 to 6 seconds on the pack. But you know, if you're gonna have something happen like that, you're gonna want it to be on that first, second lap where guys are still getting up to speed.
Yeah.
So
Pats is making his move here on Diesel. AJ, do you think we're gonna have any more cautions this race?
Probably not.
That would be my guess as well.
That's another thing that, you know, you see these, a big thing that I know y'all stress in Cup and, you know, should be a little more stressed down here at Xfinity, what Patch just did to Diesel. You know, he got underneath him and knew if he got into the corner like that, it was going to shove him up the track and possibly get both of them in the wall, or, you know, just Diesel in the wall. And Patch did the real smart thing in there and just backed her off. You know, he lost a little time, but he's going to gain her right back.
Yep.
Spanker's closing in here on his battle.
I'm telling you right now, if Pats doesn't get around Diesel in a hurry, if they just race side by side like they are about to, Spanker's going to be there.
Well,
and
I'll tell you what.
I want to see him make a move on these guys.
Well, I'll tell you what. Right now, I'm probably the biggest Pats ace and Spanker fan I've ever been, or anybody is.
Understandable.
Man. Pats definitely have the car, but like we mentioned earlier, you know, it's just so hard to pass around here. You know, you gotta have the right space at the right time, and as you see, Pats is going in there. He's getting into the back of him each time. You see he's a little faster, but he knows if he starts running too wide around this place that Spanker's just going to close in.
Spanker's closing in inch by inch, and Diesel finally just gave it up.
Well, these two are in a party chat together, Diesel and Pats. I don't think Diesel's done with Pats. These guys are in a party chat together, but they have enough respect for each other. I think they're just having fun with this right now.
Diesel looked like right there, got underneath him and gave him a little bit of a shove. Didn't hardly get Pats loose enough and then take his momentum away. That's really what it is on this game, is taking somebody's momentum away.
If I'm Spanker, I'm pitting about a lap earlier than these guys.
Well, he's not going to know. He's not in their party chat. But, and this is one of the tracks, man, it's hard to signal that you're going down pit road. It's a hard pit road, not just to get on. My one pit stop, I nailed it. I think that was the best I might have ever hit getting on pit road. But what sucks is getting off pit road, because if you have people coming up from behind you and you can't merge on the track, like, you have to be careful because you will go on to the next pit road. I almost did it coming off pit road.
See, now Pats is pulling away from this field.
Hyper's closing in on Taddy.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to talk about him. What do you think he does? You know, if we're going to go green here, this stage is probably roughly 150 laps or so. It'll probably be one pit, maybe two pits.